Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons and our NCAA football series with the Red Raiders. And we have got a heck of a matchup for y'all today where we will be facing off against the Houston Cougars. They are one of the teams competing to try to catch us in the Big 12 South. We are number 4, they are number 22. They've only lost one game. We are still undefeated, still have the dream season going. Need to keep that alive today, but this is going to be kind of tough. Now, we are going to bypass some of the recruiting because we don't have a whole lot of change. I can tell you right now, Houston is still in the lead for one of the main receivers we're going after, Antoine Heron. I don't know how you pronounce it. That's what I would say. Antoine Heron. Seems like that would be appropriate. So we're going to be going after him, but Houston has a lead on him. So this is a big game for us, right? You know, it's still about a 800 point lead, close to 1,000. So good performance against this team might be able to change him over to our side. We will have to see how that goes. But this is a big-time matchup. We are at home in front of Red Raider Nation here at Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. And we are ready to get this one underway. And Houston is going to start out with the ball just after the kickoff at about the 25-yard line. And they're going to come out in the pistol formation as they get the snap. Cook throws it out to his left and hits Houston, and Aaron Johnson brings him down after a gain of 8 yards. And that was a quick little pass right there. Houston is going to be going fast-paced for this game, so we will have to keep up with them in that area. And this is kind of where we tend to struggle. We've got to keep a watch on ourselves here. Now with the snap, Cook hands it off to Moore. He's got good blocking on the outside. Another one. Pennington tries to chase him down and takes a poor angle, and he's off to the races, and he is going to score. 2 plays is all it took, and the Houston Cougars have snatched an early lead here. 2 plays, 29 seconds of game time, and the Cougars have taken a 6-0, about to be 7-0 lead with that extra point going through the uprights there. Not the start we were looking for, so we will need to make some improvements. But taking a look at something going around the nation right now, Miami, number 5 in the country, does pull out the win over Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech, handing them their second loss of the season. And look at that. Clemson has fallen to Florida State. Clemson at home. They lose 38-35. That is a major ground-shaking victory. If we win, it's going to be crazy to see how far we can move up if we pull out this win. But we got to get there first. And right now we are trailing 7-0, trying to get a drive going. And we're going to come out into pistol formation, 4 wide. Hand it off to Birch up the middle. Big hole! Chris Birch goes down after 18 yards. Big hole up the gut. Birch takes it straight ahead. He's got 19 yards on 2 carries, and that gives us a 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line here on the Houston side of the field. Big blocks laid out there by our offensive line. Great job on the option to hand that one off. So now we're going to come out under center this time with 2 tight ends set. Rarely seen by us. Play action. Holt drops back. He's rolling out to his right. He's got nowhere to go with it, so he throws it away, and that's a smart play right there. He has thrown a couple interceptions in previous games. Need to get that under control. So 27-yard line now, 2nd and 10. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter, trying to get this game tied up. This is a big one for us. Need to get an equalizer here. So we're going to come out in the line, shotgun formation. We're going to go 3 wide with our tight end, Paul, in the slot. Hand it off to Birch to the left side, and Houston is going to swarm him and hold him to no gain on that rush. Calvin Riley comes blasting through. They had too many guys over there. They read that perfectly, and they get the stop for 0 yards. So now 3rd and 10 is what we are looking at. This is a big play. We're going to come out split backfield, shotgun formation, 3 wide. Holt has the snap. Scans over, fires it. He's going to hit Cutler, who pushes forward and barely gets the 11 yards we needed for the 1st down. Went from 3rd and 10, got 11 right there. Cutler, individual effort after making that catch. Holt is now 4 or 5 for 35 yards here on this first drive. So we are inside the red zone at the 16-yard line now. Coming out in a pistol formation once again, 4 wide here. As this time we hand it off to Birch open over the middle. Little hole opens up, and he's going to pick up 5 yards right there off the left of center. Birch getting 24 yards on 4 rushes here. pretty evenly split going on this drive right now between the rushes and the passing. So we have a 2nd and 5 at about the 11-yard line, 11 and a half. We're coming out 3 receivers to our left, pistol formation. Play action. Holt drops back. Pressure comes. Holt rolls out and fires, just throws that one into the stands. Rolling out to his right. The pressure came off that edge, and that's kind of where we get pressured at most of the season. Downside is that's where Holt is more comfortable running, being a right-handed quarterback. So had to throw that one away, and it brings up another big-time 3rd down play for us. We are 2 for 2 on this drive, looking to go 3 for 3. Split backfield. Holt, play action. Has the snap, scans over, fires it. That's picked off by Golden for Houston, and he's going back the other way with it. Golden is finally brought down at the 11-yard line. 15 actually. Kyle Jones comes up and makes the tackle. Holt just put a pretty poor throw on there. Instead of leading him, kind of drew it into the end zone, and Golden undercut it to get that interception. So here comes Houston on their ensuing drive now. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Little motion into the backfield. Houston out to the right. And he gets around Pennington, but he's finally going to be brought down after a gain of about 9-10 yards on that to bring up a 2nd and inches, because it appears they did not give him the 1st down. So going quickly here, Houston getting set back up in a shotgun with the tight end offset. And bring Houston back into the backfield. Quick throw over to the left side. White misses a tackle. Pennington chases him down. White went for the hit and just took the poor angle. And they're going to get us for an offsides, it looked like. But no matter, because they gained way more than the 5 yards that would give them. So they will still have a 1st and 10. Adam Blair on the reception for the Cougars, picking up 10 yards on that one. And now that's at the 27-yard line on our side of the field. Houston trying to make it a 2-score ball game. They're going to come out set with a shotgun formation. Little offset shotgun, 3 wide. Tight end offset in the backfield. Moves over to the left. He handed off to Moore up the middle, and he's going to be hit hard. Antonio Moore gets a 1-yard rush right there. He's got 71 yards because you got to take into account his touchdown run on the first drive of the game. 2nd and 9, going quick. 3 receivers to the right. Handed off to Moore up the middle once again and runs into a stack of Red Raider defenders, but this time he gains about 5.5 yards on that one, and it brings up 3rd and 4 now. Houston moving quick, trying to get our defense set up. They come out in the shotgun, 3 wide. As a snap, Cook stands in the pocket, delivers it. Anderson jumps up and makes the interception. He's going down the sideline, and he cuts it back in and continues outside, and he's finally pushed out of bounds just shy of the midfield marker. Anderson jumped up to make that interception, read it perfectly, high-pointed the ball, and that has it going the other way. That is a big-time stop. After we turn the ball over, Lawrence Anderson steps up and makes a big play. He's done that for us a few times this season, and you got to love it when you see some of your kids making plays like that. Now on our ensuing drive, we are at about the 25-yard line, have a 2nd and 5. Cook in a shotgun Holt in a shotgun formation. And they get the pressure on him, and he's brought down and sacked. Holt gets sacked for a loss of about 3 yards. Kelvin Bennett comes up off the edge and just powers through his man as that pocket kind of collapsed all around him, and he gets the sack and brings Holt down. Looks like he tried to run with it a little too late there. Got to make a quicker decision going forward. So 9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter now. That's where we stand, still trailing 7-0. 3rd and 8, going 5 wide. Holt changing up some of the routes. As a snap, they bring only 3. He finds Andy Paul over the middle. Holt finds Paul for 15 yards, and that's going to be 1st down at about the 14-yard line there. Great reception. Good throw, dropping it in just over the linebackers, and he makes the catch. Got to give him credit for holding on to it through the contact, and he gives us a 1st down. So now 1st and 10, pistol formation. Holt with a little bit of play action, rolls out to his right. And not a whole lot there, so he is going to take off and run and steps out of bounds. Cutler was coming to make a block, but Holt didn't want to risk it, so he stepped out of bounds, it looked like, after a gain of 9 yards to bring up 2nd and 1. We are still trying to get this thing evened up. This is going to be our best chance so far. Come out in a shotgun formation, 4 wide. Option handed off to Birch. Big hole open over the middle. Touchdown, Tech. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Texas Tech evens it up. Red Raider Nation, get your guns up for these kids. We have got this one. Going to be kicking the extra point. Going to get it tied up here. This is a big-time play for us. Now we got to get our focus back on defense and make a stop. But with that, we're going to take a quick look at some other scores going on in the Big 12, and it looks like a shootout in Stillwater is happening as the Oklahoma State Cowboys, 6-1, are just leading the West Virginia Mountaineers, who are 5-3, 24-21, as their first half is coming to a close. Now, we did stop Houston and force a punt, so we are driving it again to try to take the lead. And Holt's going to play action, roll out to his left, and fires it deep down the field, and that one's tipped up. Looking for Kyle Jones at about the 10-yard line, unable to make contact with him. That was well played by the defense. They went up for it 50-50 shot, and we just didn't come down with it. So now 2nd and 10. We are at the 38-yard line on the Cougar side of the field, trying to get this thing pushed into where we can get a little bit of a lead on them. Going 4 wide. Option, hand it off to Birch up the middle. Little hole opens up, and Chris Birch picks up 8 yards on that run. We now have 78 yards total, 52 of them on the ground by Birch himself on 10 carries, so having a pretty good afternoon for himself. So 3rd and 2 as we come to the line here at about the 29-yard line. We're going to be pistol formation, hand it to Birch up the middle. Once again, a little hole opens up. He shimmies to the left side and is brought down after a gain of 7 yards now. And a brand new 1st and 10. We're under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter as we try to push this thing to get a lead here at home against the Houston Cougars. Game is tied 7 apiece as we are trying to force this one in. Holt now 4 wide in a shotgun, has the snap, scans the field, almost throws a second interception. Going for, looks like Kyle Jones once again on the little curl route, but Houston read that perfectly. Risky throw. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted. And it brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line for us here. We're on a 7-play, 43-yard drive, taking on just about 3 minutes of game time so far. Now from a shotgun, play action, Holt rolling out to his right, fires it. He's going to find Hunter Sparks over the middle, and that's going to pick up 12 yards and a 1st down. Hunter Sparks, great job making that catch. He's got 5 receptions for 47 yards already. A great afternoon for him is happening right before our eyes. Holt's got 101 yards on 10 of 16 passing. So now 1st and goal from the 10. We're going to go 3 wide, split backfield. Holt, shotgun, has a snap. Scans over, fires it. He's got Kyle Jones in the end zone. Get your guns up, Red Raider Nation. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Kyle Jones leapt up in the air. Had to get up for that one. Holt not having the greatest of accuracy on that throw, but put it where he felt he needed it to be, and Kyle Jones makes the play, and that's going to give us a quick little lead here, 13-7, as we try to make it a full 7-point leads with this extra point, and it goes right through the uprights. 14-7 is where we stand under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Checking back in Stillwater, West Virginia has now taken the lead, 28-24 over the Oklahoma State Cowboys. About 10.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter in that one. Seems to be like an exciting little Big 12-style shootout happening up there. So now here comes the end of the first half. We are leading 14-7, 36 seconds remaining. 3rd and 7, Holt, play action, pressure comes. Drops it off to Sparks on the left side. He's down the sideline, picks up the 1st down, and is finally pushed out at around the 40-yard line. And that's going to give us a 1st and 10. He's got 57 yards receiving on 6 receptions. So now we're coming back out shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Cutler to the left. Birch in the backfield. Holt has the snap. Scans over. Pressure gets there. Fires it. He's got Hunter Sparks once more. Down to the 11-yard line. Sparks picking up 29 yards on that one, as he's just racking them up today, baby. And it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. This is a big play, big drive for us here if we can get another score. Holt in a shotgun formation. He has the snap. They bring a blitz. He fires it to the left, and that's going to be batted incomplete. Scott Hadley, well played by the defense there. Knocks it incomplete. We're still at the 11-yard line now at the 2nd and 10. The clock did stop, so 17 seconds remaining in this one. This is a tough game that we have. We need to get this extra lead, extra points, and an extra lead. Cannot turn it over. Holt in the shotgun formation, making some changes. Has a snap, scans over the field, no pressure, drops it off to Davis. And Davis, you saw him last week with the tip drill touchdown, catches it and gets down to the 1-yard line. You've got to be kidding. They didn't give him the touchdown. They gave it to him at the 1. So we do call timeout and stop the clock here as we get going with 12 seconds remaining now in a shotgun formation. Spread them out. Holt, option keeper. He walks into the end zone untouched. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Dominic Holt gets through there. Option keeper played that one perfectly. And that's going to give us the lead 21-7 coming here into halftime. That is what we needed after the way we started this game. Gave up a touchdown on the second play of the game, interception on our first drive, but now we have rallied for 3 consecutive scores and some good stops by our defense. We've made the proper adjustments needed to hold this Cougar offense in check. So a pretty tough game for us. We are making some mistakes. We're not playing as well as we could, but some big plays. That interception by Anderson, Kyle Jones making some catches, Hunter Sparks. You can't ask any more from these kids. Rashad Davis there making that catch at the end of the half to get us down to the 1-yard line. It's a great performance so far. Yardage wise, we're looking at 262 yards to their 176 in total, but both teams do have the 1 turnover, which has kind of held us in check a little bit. They're a fast-paced, no-huddle offense. I don't really worry about time of possession against them. So Houston is going to come out here after we were forced to punt the ball in our opening drive. They will have their opportunity at it, and they hand it off to Moore. And our defense swarms them. Aaron Johnson comes across the field to make the tackle. He does get a gain of 4 yards, and Antonio Moore is a 100-yard rusher here entering the third quarter. Their first drive has 102 on the day, thanks to 70 on one play. And now 2nd and 6, they send Houston in motion. Cook, little option. He cuts it up the middle, decides to take it himself, and he picks up 4 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Their quarterback, Isaac Cook, he can run, but we've kept him pretty well bottled up today between the sacks and not letting him get too much on the option. A little broken play on 3rd and 2, and Isaac Cook is going to get stopped for a 6-yard loss. Looked like it was going to be some sort of option, but he didn't know where to go with it. Made a mistake. Little brain fart happens, and Isaac Cook gets brought down, and that forces them to punt. So they will turn the ball over to us after that punt, and we are on our ensuing drive. They bring a little bit of pressure, so we get it out to Sparks over the middle. As he brought that blitz, we gave us the open space we needed. Hunter Sparks picks up a good few yards to bring up a 3rd and 2 as he approaches the century mark for receiving on this afternoon. He's at about 94 yards today on 8 catches. So 3rd and 2 from the 48-yard line of our own 48. Holt's going to be in a pistol formation. 3 receivers to his left. Hands it off to Birch up the middle. Houston comes through, but Birch is able to get the yards needed and push us over onto the other side of the field. He's got 85 yards on 17 rushes with the 1 touchdown earlier. A pretty good afternoon for him, but we're going to need to keep relying on him some in this game. So here we are 5 minutes ago in the third quarter. Pistol formation, 50-yard line. Holt drops back far. He's going to fire it deep. He's got a man. He's caught Kyle Jones. Get your guns up, Red Raider Nation. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Kyle Jones got behind the defense on that one. Holt dropped back, and you could tell he was trying to get time, and his line gave it to him. Jones used his speed, and he was just too much for the cornerback defending him. And once he cut it in on that post, he was out in the open. It was off to the races, and Holt dropped it into him perfectly, and Jones marches into the end zone. And that's going to help us extend this lead out. It's 27-7 right now as we try to get this extra point. We boot this one on through the upright, so it's 28-7. We went from a 7-point deficit to a 21-point lead here as we're still in the third quarter. As we check back in at Stillwater, 35-32, West Virginia leading Oklahoma State. They are in a battle. Oklahoma State's only lost to us so far this season. They're trying to keep their Big 12 North hopes alive. They're going to need that one, but it looks like it's going to be pretty tough for them as West Virginia is really fighting. Now, Houston does put up a field goal on their next drive, and they do have to give it right back to us. So Holt takes command of this offense and is on the move here. He picks up 6 yards on that little option keeper off to the left side, and he's brought down at about the 27-yard line of the Cougars as we're approaching the red zone and the end of this third quarter. There's less than 30 seconds remaining. Now Holt's going to come out in the shotgun formation 4 wide. Send Sparks in motion, hand it off to him, and they're going to read that pretty well. Houston, got to give them credit. They hold Hunter Sparks to 0 yards on that rush, and that's going to make it 3rd and 3 now. Sparks, that's his 1 rush of the day, and he's got 0 yards. Probably not going to get too many more opportunities like that. Just trying to keep Houston on their toes. They had our cards in the first quarter. We cannot let them get it back again. So the score is 28-10 here in the end of the third quarter. Only the 1 touchdown there by Kyle Jones. Some big plays made by our receivers. Cutler came through with a catch on a corner route back in the field. Our guys are starting to step up and play like the number 4 team in the country. So now at the start of the fourth quarter, we are 3rd and 3 from about the 27-yard line. Holt's going to be in a shotgun, 3 to the right, and he's got Cutler to the left, and he drops back, and he rolls out to his right. Holt has space, so he's going to take it himself and slides down at about the 18, 19-yard line. He will pick up the first down for us, though, as we are now inside the red zone at the 19. That was a big pickup for us that we needed. Holt found the space and took it upon himself. That's what you expect to see from some leaders right there. We are on a 7-play, 55-yard drive so far. Now we come out set, and we're going to quick throw it over to Cutler off to the left side. Stiff arming a man, fighting forward. Mark Cutler turns about a 7-yard reception into 15 yards. He's got 59 yards receiving on the day. Holt is now 19 of 30 for 265 yards with 2 touchdowns and the 1 interception on the opening drive. But with that, we have a 1st and goal here, 28-10. Looking to extend it. Holt making some changes. He's got the snap, scans over the field. They bring the pressure open over the middle. He runs left and fires it back. He's got Mark Cutler. Touchdown Tech. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What a clutch play by Holt to see. Cutler standing there in the end zone and open, and that's going to give us a chance to kick this extra point. And Harris has been pretty good with these so far all season, and boots another one right there through the uprights. That's going to extend our lead to 35-10. This game is well in control now. And it has gone final in Stillwater. Oklahoma falls to the Mountaineers, 42-39, and that's Oklahoma State. I think I said Oklahoma, but it's Oklahoma State falling to West Virginia. Now we're back in the fourth quarter, 35-10. Houston not wanting to go away too quickly here. They are number 22 team in the nation for a reason, as Cook fires it off to his left side, and he gets his man for a good about 9 yards on that one to bring up a 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line. UCF last week came back on us and started being able to score. We've got to try to prevent that. Now Cook comes out in an offset shotgun formation, 3 wide. He gets the snap, scans over. Pressure comes, but they drop off the perfect screen pass. White battles off the lineman and is able to push the receiver out of bounds. Antonio Moore now has 21 yards on 4 receptions. White took on a guard, and once he went down to try to cut him, he was able to maintain his position and make the play. Now 1st and 10, they hand it off to Moore, open over the middle, scoots off to the left side, and he's going to be finally hit by Aaron Johnson. And they're going to get us for offsides again. You've got to be kidding me. Mark Armstrong, yeah, I did jump offsides, I'll admit it. Misread that snap count. And so they are going to actually accept this one, and that'll make it a 1st and 5 now at the 6. The score is 35-10 here, 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to come out 4 wide in a shotgun on this one. Cook hands it off to Moore over the middle. Moore scoots through the holes and is going to walk into the end zone. They are going to get that one back. That's not what you wanted to see. Pretty well blocked. Our guys just could not get off their blocks. And so now they're going to kick an extra point, and they are going to make it 17-35 here in Lubbock. So with that, our lead is almost cut in half, 35-17. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We get the chance to have the ball back once again, and we are on the move. 5 minutes remaining at about the 39-yard line. Holt with the play action. They bring the pressure, and it's going to be a blitz up the middle. And they get to Holt and bring him down for an 8-yard loss. We're starting to see them get a lot of pressure on Holt, and, trying to get that ball off out of that pocket is going to be kind of tough if they continue to bring blitzes like that. So 2nd and 18 now, back to the 46-yard line as we lead 35-17, just under 4.5 to go in the ball game. Holt now with the shotgun, fires it quick to Hunter Sparks over the middle, and Sparks makes a big-time play for 13 yards, and that gives us a 3rd and manageable. He now has 9 receptions for 107 yards. Holt is approaching the 300-yard mark as well with 293 yards for the game. And the clock is continuing to tick away. Under 4 minutes now. 3rd and 5. Holt has a snap. They bring a big blitz. He fires it deep. He's got a man. Sparks once again. Touchdown Tech. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hunter Sparks, 34 yards into the end zone. And he's saying, keep feeding me. And no doubt with a performance like he's putting on today, that is impressive. 141 yards and the touchdown on 10 receptions. This has been an afternoon all about him, ladies and gentlemen. And this one is going to give us the lead once we can get this extra point up and through. There it goes. 42-17 now, back to a 25-point ball game. Let's take a look at some scores going on around in the Big 12. TCU edges out Kansas in Lawrence, Kansas. We will be playing them coming up pretty quick. They are 3-6 on the season now, so hopefully they don't give us too much of a fuss. Now that touchdown would be the last score put up in this ball game. We will win it 42-17. A big win by our team. Well, had to come back, had some adversity, so it's a win that can give us a lot of experience going forward. Dominic Holt, outside of Hunter Sparks, he's the only other player that could be player of the game, having almost about 500 yards of total offense and 5 TDs as well. So a great game played by us here in Lubbock. Had our mistakes, bounced back from them. And, hey, Houston is the number 22 team in the country, so sometimes they are going to put some points on you. It's just the way the game goes. Now, that is a big-time win. Our season is still alive here, undefeated. We've beat multiple top 25 teams now. We are number 4. We saw that Clemson lost. So I don't know where we're going to move up to, but I think we should expect probably at least the number, at most I'd say probably the number 2 spot in the country is where we should be able to move up to with the way we've been playing recently. I know UCF came back on us a little bit. They're not as good as Houston, but hey, it's something that we should be able to kind of pull off here. And Holt, I got to like how he did his passing. He made the mistakes. His accuracy wasn't all that great at the beginning. He seemed to kind of, at times, I don't want to say the moment was too big, but that's the way it came off. But we're going to have a lot more going out through the rest of the season if we can play well. A lot more big moments, so we will need him to step up. Now, with that in mind, if y'all have not hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not. And if you did like today's video, give us a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and we greatly appreciate everything that y'all do for us here at Champ & Sons. And so on that note, everybody, I will see y'all in the next episode. I believe we are going to be playing, TCU, and it should be a good one. So as always, everybody, stay safe, and, well, y'all know how it goes, right? Later, y'all.